Welcome back, dear student, in the second module of the electoral process. Children, before we begin the second module, let us revise what we had studied in the first module. In the first module, we studied about that what is democracy, as we all know that India is a democratic country, which means government of the people, for the people and by the people. We also studied that why elections are important in democratic country. We had studied about the election commissioner as he is the whole and the soul of the election process. We also studied about the structure and the functions of the election commissioner. So some of the important functions of the election commissioner that we studied are preparing voters list, deciding timetable and program, scrutiny of the application of the candidates, recognition to the political parties, to resolve any disputes related to the election, and declaration of election dates and the result. So children, let us move to the second module of the chapter. So children, the topics that we are going to cover in this module, that is the code of conduct, challenges in conducting the free and the fair elections, process of conducting reliable elections, as well as journey from ballot boxes to the EVM machine. So children, let's get started. Restructuring of constituencies. Lok Sabha, the lower house of the parliament, which is made up of members of parliament, that is MPs. Each MPs represent a single geographical constituencies, that is a state. The total number of members in Lok Sabha is 543. The maximum size of Lok Sabha as outlined in the Constitution of India is 550 members, from which 530 members is going to be represent the state of India, whereas 20 members are going to belong from the union territories as on their basis of the population. So for example, as Uttar Pradesh is having the higher number of seats as compared to the Nagaland and Mizoram, as the population of the Uttar Pradesh is more than compared to the Mizoram and Nagaland. Creating constituencies is a responsibility of Delimitation Commission of Election Commission. The Delimitation Commission does not succumb to any pressure while restructuring the constituencies. Means, delimitation is the act of redrawing boundaries of Lok Sabha and state assembly seats to represent changes in population. In this process, the number of seats allotted to different states in Lok Sabha and the total number of seats in Legislative Assembly may also change. The main objectives of delimitation is to provide equal representation to equal segment of a population. It also aims at a fair division of geographical areas so that one political party does not have an advantage over others in the election. The Constitution mandates that its orders are final and cannot be questioned before any court, as it would hold up an election indefinitely. Code of conduct. Children, what do you mean by code of conduct? Let us understand that what it means. The code of conduct explains the rules that are to be followed by the government, political parties, and the voters before election or during the time of elections. To ensure the free and fair election, the election commissioner has to adopt several major steps, from which one of them is the code of conduct. With this code of conduct, the election commissioner uses its power to control the malpractices during the time of election. Even the government cannot violate these rules, that is, the code of conduct. In the last few decades, the election commissioner, due to the strict observance of the code of conduct, few elections have become confident. It is designed to advert practices which are deemed corrupt under the code of conduct. For example, politicians should not make hate speeches putting one community against another, or make promises about new projects that may sway a voter. Challenges in conducting elections. Children, let us understand what are the different challenges which are faced by the election commissioner during the time of conducting election. So the first one that we have here, that is misuse of money. Conducting free and fair elections is now one of the biggest challenge in our democracy. Giving the prevalent abuse of money power, particularly when it manifests inducement of voters. Use of money during election has increased leaps and bounds in recent time, and therefore there is a greater to have synergy amongst various enforcement agencies, so that a collective strategy is developed to fight against this menace. As misuse of money takes place to a great extent during the elections. Thus, the election commissioner has to take several major steps to stop such a misuse of the money. Let us move to the next point, that is criminalization of politics, that is election tickets to the criminal. So let us proceed further. Many political parties give election tickets to the candidates with criminal background. This results in the criminalization of politics. The election commissioner has to take certain steps to ensure a free environment during the election. The next challenge that we have, that is violence during election. Violence increased significantly during elections. All political parties should help the election commissioner to control the violence which is going to be occur during the time of election. The fourth challenge that we have, that is family monopoly. To ensure the continued influence of politics, the leader gives election tickets to their own relatives. This practice creates family monopoly in politics. These are some of the major challenges faced during the time of elections. Process of conducting reliable elections. Children, let us understand that what are the different process or what are the different procedures for conducting the reliable elections. So the first one is to increase the participation of women in politics. To increase the participation of women in politics, the political parties should give at least 50% candidature to women candidates and try to ensure that they get elected. As well as the second point is no candidature to criminal background, means political party should not give candidates or the candidature to candidates having the criminal background. They should strictly follow the decision given by the court in this respect. The next one, control on mismanagement of money. The government should take election expenses to ensure that parties will not make misuse of money, and mismanagement of money during the election can be stopped. The next one, amendment of representation of the people. So, Representatives of the People Act should be amended accordingly so that the candidates having criminal background would not be able to participate in the election. So children, these are the some of the steps which is to be followed for making reliable elections. Children, do you know that earlier it was very difficult or tedious task of making the voter list, as during that time many peoples were illiterate, as they cannot read and write. So to come out from this problem, special procedure of voting was used. Around 20 lakh of steel boxes were made for voting purpose. Election symbols were stuck on these boxes. The voters were given blank ballot papers which they were supposed to drop in these boxes, having the election symbols of the political parties they wanted to vote for. This system ensured that even the illiterate people could vote. The journey from ballot boxes to the EVM machines. The first election in independent India was held in 1951 to year 1952. This was the beginning of shaping of democracy through electoral politics. In the initial elections, ballot boxes were used for the purpose of voting. The use of EVM machines started from the decade of 1990s. Many things could be achieved because of this voting machine. If the voters do not want to vote for any candidate, they could choose an option like "Noto," which means none of the above. This option can be given only because of this voting machine, that is EVM machine. It has become easy for disabled people to vote. It reduces the cutting of the trees for people and thereby help in the protection of the environment. It has also been possible to have an earlier declaration of the election result. So these are the advantage of the EVM machine. Children, let us move to the next topic, that is process of election. So the first process of the election is establishment of the constituencies, that is marking of constituencies. Constituencies are the areas marked for people to elect their representatives from. In India, each constituency has roughly a similar size of population, means a number of seats varies from state to state. This also implies that the number of seats, that is in Lok Sabha, is in proportion to the population of the state. Let us move to the next one, that is preparation of electoral roll. The constituencies have people who vote for their representatives or can even stand for the elections themselves. Electoral roll are the list of voters in one constituencies. In India, there is universal franchising by law, meaning that every individual above the age of 18 has right to vote and choose his representatives, and so all their names should appear in their representative electoral rolls. The third process that we have, that is registration of political party. India allow every eligible person to stand for elections as long as they have a ticket. A political party registered for election, an individual file their nominations paper to then a person each get a ticket from the party they are representing and he can formally contest the election. Every party has symbol that represent them for that particular party. For example, BJP has a lotus flower symbol. So it means that the BJP is going to symbolize by lotus flower. The next one that we have, that is political campaigning. Each party contesting election has a particular ideology and set of policies. They need to hold political campaigns for around 2 weeks in order to publicize them and gather votes. They need to do this ethically by convincing voters with good policies and plans. In India, they were given a particular limit of expenditure beyond which they cannot spend more money. The next one that we have, that is actual voting or the day of vote. This day is finally when voters vote for their choice of representative in election booths. Earlier, people used to vote by ballot paper, but nowadays they used EVM machine, that is electronic voter machine, by simply pressing a button on their party symbols. The vote are then counted and the candidate with the majority of the votes win the elections. Children, do you know Election Commissioner had established an expert committee on 8 October 2010 for adding a new facility, that is voter verified paper audit trial in the EVM machine. The purpose behind this was to stop the malpractice that is happening during the time of election. All the political parties supported this facility. Because of this facility, the voters can verify whether the vote cast is registered properly or not. Children, let us have recap that what we had studied in the module 2. So in the module 2, we have studied about the code of conduct, challenges in the conducting free and fair election, electoral reforms, journey from ballot boxes to the EVM machine, and the expert committees by the election commissioner. Children, let us come to the evaluation part of the given module. So the first question that we have here, that is fill in the blank. First one, to increase the participation of women in politics, the political parties should give candidatures to women candidates. So the answer for the question is 50%. Second question, dash should be done to avoid candidates of criminal background from contesting elections. So the answer is Amendment of Representation of the People's Act. Third one, creating constituencies is the responsibility of dash. So the answer, Delimitation Commission. Children, let us move to the next question, that is explain whether the following statements are true or false. First one, the electoral process in India has to face many challenges to conduct the free and fair elections. So the answer for the question is true. Children, for writing the reason of this question, kindly follow the slide, that is challenges in conducting election of the given video. Let us move to the next question, that is the use of electronic voting machine, that is EVM machine, is environmental friendly. So the above statement is true. The reason for this is that the EVM machine reduces the cutting of trees for the paper and thereby it is eco-friendly to the environment as it works on the battery. Children, let us move to the next question, that is answer the following. So the first question that we have here, that is reorganization of the constitutions or the constituencies. So children, for this kindly refer the video or read the textbook thoroughly.